The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Tropical Depression Dodong is now over northwestern Cagayan. As of 7 in the morning, PAGASA spotted Dodong Center in the vicinity of Lasam, Cagayan, with winds of up to 45 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 75 kilometers per hour. Dodong will remain as a tropical depression during the remainder of its traverse of mainland northern Luzon. It may reach tropical storm category by Saturday afternoon or evening while over the West Philippine Sea. Tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 is raised over several areas in Luzon, now shown on your screens. Meanwhile, the enhanced habagat may bring gusty conditions in some places, including Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Mimaropa, Bicol Region, Western Visayas, and other areas in Central Luzon. Non-stop rains did not seem to be enough to keep the water level at the Angat Dam from dipping further. As of this morning, July 14, water at the Angat Dam stood at the 178.02 level. That's slightly lower than the 178.03 level logged yesterday. According to PAGASA, the inclement weather was not enough to refill supply at the dam. The Weather Bureau says the most that rains did was slow the water level from decreasing. The MMDA says there's a need to improve garbage monitoring in Metro Manila to address flooding. In an interview with The Big Story, MMDA Task Force Special Operations Chief Bong Nebriha said the agency does year-round drainage pumping activities. In fact, there are already over 70 pumping stations that are operational across the capital region. However, Nebriha noted that garbage continues to clog drainages, which causes flooding.
What we're trying to do is to improve our pumping stations so that it could cater more volume and it could discharge more water. Garbage monitoring for the drainage, for the estero, that in itself we really need to improve on.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. The Office of the Solicitor General weighs in on the International Criminal Court's upcoming issuance of its judgment on the country's appeal on the drug war probe. In a text message, Solicitor General Menardo Guevara told News 5 that if the appeal is dismissed, the ICC prosecutor will just continue investigating the war on drugs. Charges may also be brought against certain individuals upon the completion of the probe. On the other hand, the government will also continue with its own investigation and prosecution on the matter in accordance with the country's legal system. Earlier this year, the Marcos administration filed an appeal to the ICC questioning its jurisdiction over the country. The government also claimed that national government is already investigating the issue. Marcos Jr. also said the country will disengage from communications with the ICC after it denied the request to suspend the drug war probe. In a media advisory on Wednesday, the ICC announced that they will issue their decision on the appeal on July 18 at 10 in the morning, Hague time. PAGCOR denies claims that the agency plagiarized the logo of a website called Tripper, calling the accusations fake news. In a statement, PAGCOR said the allegation is entirely false and driven by malicious intent. The agency adds that they are now investigating the source of what they described as a baseless campaign and urge the public to exercise caution. PAGCOR adds that the Tripper website appears to lack credibility and that it bears resemblance to a phishing site. PAGCOR's new logo has recently drawn flack online for its quality and its 3 million peso price tag, with some saying that the logo was even plagiarized. However, other netizens are also refuting this claim, noting that the Tripper website is newly created using a social media template. The Dangerous Drugs Board says there's no need for a new measure to allow the manufacture and use of medical marijuana in the country. Speaking before lawmakers, the DDB argued that research of medical cannabis is already allowed under Republic Act 9165. They said planting of marijuana for research is also allowed as long as regulations are strictly followed. But for a medical marijuana advocate, it's not that simple, especially because the petition to include marijuana under the medical use category remains pending.
Ano yung i-research namin? Kailangan magtanim kami. Kasi po ang unang step niyan ay tinatawag na characterization. Kaya lang, pwede ba tayong magtanim? Kaya po gusto kong tanungin ang DDB at ang PIDEA tungkol dito. Kung kami pong research company, pwede po ba kaming magtanim for purposes of research? Baka po umpisahan namin, bigla kaming paghuhulihin.
Senator Robin Padilla clarifies that he is not pushing for the recreational use of marijuana. He says he just wants wider access to medical cannabis, as current laws still require permits from the FDA and the DDB before use. Padilla says the process should be less stringent, especially for patients who need pharmaceutical-grade cannabis for treatment of illnesses like cancer, dementia, or epilepsy.
Sa kasalukuyan, limitado ang paggamit sa cannabis sa medikal at therapeutic na pamamaraan. Obligasyon po natin bilang isang mambabatas na punuan ito, na bigyan ng kalayaang mamili ang may karamdaman ng paraan ng panggagamot sa tingin po niya ay nararapat sa kanya. Kagapay ng prescription ng kanyang doktor.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 10:30 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.